Welcome to your known unknown, where Source and I will help to shed light on what's unknown for you. This is going to be a Sagittarius spread for this presenting new moon in Aquarius energies. So we're going to see that which Spirit has in store for us to see. If you found this message, it's meant to find you as well. It's pretty intrinsic that way, the way the synchronicity works. As well, this is for Sagittarius. Any placement that's resonating with you. We all have Sagittarius in our charts, so again, do some research and see where it best suits your resonance. So without further ado, let's get to it. Let's intuit. Let's pull some cards. The energies are a little different today. Again, they are every single day, so it's very interesting. We'll see what kind of message Spirit has for us. Angel spirits, guys, ancestors. Please let me. Thank you. King of Pentacles, Sagittarius. Energies stepping forth for us. Doors opening up for us here now. What energies want to be present? The time frame of these energies are kind of up to your own choosing. They're amplified by the new moon, which is offering a sense of innovation, uniqueness in general. Taking calculated steps towards progressing your experience as creative as possible and your creative expression. It's kind of what the energy is offering in general. But this energy of Sagittarius, what do you have for us here? We have the King of Pentacles, Six of Swords, and Two of Pentacles. I feel like the energy is opening up. You're kind of sitting in this sense of I'm gathering this sense of kind of humbling yourself, your ego, and sort of replacing it with an emotional sense. Ooh, wait a second. Yeah. Tapping into a feeling. You're tapping into emotions you haven't really wanted to dive into. And it's time now that it's doing that for you in your life. A lot of it can be humbling. It can offer what they call ego deaths. The devil. Supporting energy. So you're really just doing what you do, doing what you love to do, doing what fuels you. And it's like you're learning more from that. Kind of hearing like you could just kind of snap from your own thoughts. You could snap from your thoughts. You kind of want to snap from your thoughts. You want them to, well, I mean, if you don't understand how to alchemize and move and transmute thoughts and stuff, process thoughts or integrate them, you know, you kind of want them to add up so you can just snap and change. It's not like snap like you're going to go postal on people. It's like you're going to change. Something's going to add up. Something is adding up. You're kind of getting fed up with it to a degree. You're kind of just getting over it somehow. Let's see. How are we stepping into these energies here? Let's see. These are great energies. They're very transformative and connective towards your thoughts and feelings and emotions, which are very good and empowering. It's like you're stepping more into your own power by addressing your feelings, by acting on your feelings, by balancing your feelings with your thoughts. That's a good one there too. Balancing your feelings with your your thoughts, and by doing that, you cultivate a deeper sense of self stature, stoicness, that's very much freeing and liberating. Come on, let me see. Okay. Where do I need to step that spirit? It's like by balancing thoughts and emotions, you connect deeper to your thoughts and emotions, which are your intuition, the mystery that is deep inside of you, the arcana, arcana, the major arcana, And by humbling self, by shattering self, by detaching from self-identity, you actually gain power, a deepening of self, a strengthening of connection. Ten of Pentacles, Judgment card. Do you want these to be reversed? Yeah, reverse, reverse, reverse. Okay. Well. You're taking your time and discerning wisely about set emotions and about set experiences outside of yourself. Not just your emotional experience, but as well, Nine of Wands too, but as well how they overflow into your material reality. What do you do that makes you feel good, but is the thing that is around you, that you put focus, attention, and energy into every single day? It doesn't have to be one thing. It could be everything. You could have set routines and chores, your daily tasks that are your art form, Sagittarius. You're a very expressive and passionate sign, very driven by will, passion, nature, freedom, exploration. So change isn't new to you, per se. You don't like to be changed unless it's in your control. Yeah. You could find yourself being a little cynical, but being patient here and not expecting the best outcome would do you justice right now. It would do you great to Take it all one step at a time. Be methodical with this. Connecting deeper to your emotions can be a traumatic experience. It kind of has to be. It's kind of like the basis of the term trauma, right? It's an emotional experience. Being too self-critical at this point in time would not do you any good. Being too self-critical, like definitely being too hard on yourself, being guilt-tripped by yourself, your thoughts, your memories. Another area you could step it up here to obtain these solid energies we're stepping into. Ten of Pentacles reversed. And that's just telling me this sense of material abundance, not feeling like it, not seeing it around you as you've already cultivated this. Like you have wealth all around you, you're just not quite seeing it for as it is. That would be an area of focus to help step into a deeper, truer self-connection. And procrastination, just not allowing this to happen, moving away from the moon card as opposed towards it. How are we doing this here? Two of Cups. You're loving yourself. You're beginning to flow with yourself. This is how we're moving through it. How do we move from the Queen of Cups reversed energy to the King of Pentacles energy, Two of Cups? The Two of Cups will help you out. Harmony, balance, appreciation, reciprocity, and not just to your spouse, partner, or friends, or family, or external sources, but yourself too. And you can do that gracefully, kindly to others. You don't have to even let anybody really know that you're treating yourself, especially if you're really living in your own power, if you're living in your own authentic way. It's kind of like you just wake up and you go with the flow, and everything around you accepts that too, because inherently and truly you accept you in that moment. So if people around you are judging you, well, just remember that everything you experience is a projection. So these things around you, these people, these situations around you, how are they as a result of you? What are they? What are they? What are they to you? What about you are you not focusing on that is being represented so obviously and clearly to the effects that the universe put it in another person to show it to you? Not just a thought that you can like become aware of and think about. Literally a mirror to you, like, hey, here's something to get over, figure it out. So you do that kind of actions with the Two of Cups, and it all starts with yourself first. Yeah, there's a transition happening within your energy, within the energies presenting themselves. One that doesn't recommend you being too self-critical on yourself, being allowed to judge yourself harshly or too literally, like too seriously. Set yourself up for a standard that, why do you have to? Why don't you just have fun in life? It's kind of like, if you have fun right now, you'll most likely achieve what you're trying to achieve, which will set you up for a snowballing effect of constant success if all you do is have fun. What if you try now and fail? You're probably gonna be like, nah. Or you could be a fun, passionate person that enjoys the challenge, and that could be your be your fuel. It's a very Sagittarian thing to do. But how we're moving in with this change is we're acting upon our emotions. We're actually reacting, not responding, but smart enough and discerningly enough to react to the right appropriate situations and not respond or not react to the bad ones. Like if you're getting, it's kind of like you've learned how to just, when something really triggers you, you're just like, oh, before I get mad and ruin the time, I'm going to shut the heck up. But if they keep saying something, I might just react, So you gotta pick your battles. You do pick and choose your battles. But this transition is happening quickly, very quickly. Especially because yesterday was the actual new moon. Regardless, whenever this message comes out and it's finding you, it's timeless. Energies are allotted a few weeks, just as far as remnants energies go and how they play out. Two of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles reverse. So we're kind of sitting in this puddle of Ten of Pentacles reverse energy, which is that more like delayed satisfaction, but along with not seeing what is true around you, the harmony within that. It's like stupid analogy, guys. It's like you want dollar bills, but all you have around you are buttons. And how are you gonna do it? You're gonna change. You gotta start with some change. You gotta change perspectives, but you gotta change perspectives at what you're looking at. It's not just how you're viewing it. It's like actually looking at the things around you and being like, yeah, that's pretty good, actually. That's actually pretty good. Instead of being like, oh, I could do better. Oh, that's not how I want it. You could sit there and be like, that's not that bad. I can leave that for now. I'll address it way down on my to-do list. Way down there, back again on my to-do list. We might get back to it. I'm good on that for now. I'm settled. You appreciate the work you've put into stuff. You're not so quick to really emotionally deny yourself. It's a very clear message coming through, actually. What else we can see how we moving through this. From that Nine of Wands to the Moon card. How do we do that? From this kind of we move into this card of mystery, into this card of intuitive connection, artistic connection, life being the art, feminine form. There's an emotional artistry that is prominent here. And by not resisting it, by letting it happen, and fighting what comes up, and by fighting, I mean like battling what comes up, integrating, understanding what comes up, being patient, graceful, transmuting, alchemizing. What can come up when you start to experience these these emotions, these situations, these experiences that are allowing a shift, a deep shift, a deep connecting. So overall, how are we moving through all of these here? Ace of Pentacles. You're cultivating something just so fresh, or the universe is offering you something so new, so bold, you can't pass it up. You shouldn't pass it up. You won't pass it up. Let's see how you feel about this. What's your thing? The Ace of Pentacles. Overall, how are you moving through this energy? What are you taking action as? What are you acting as? What are you embodying? Ace of Pentacles. Thank you. You're funny. Nine of Wands reversed. That's just how you feel. You feel like you just want to get away. You want to just get away, but something doesn't let you get away. It could just be your sense of moral duty, your moral fiber. I think that was an old SpongeBob episode where they're talking about moral fiber, or maybe it was like Dexter's Lab or something like that. I don't remember exactly. I think it was SpongeBob. Interesting too. The Nine of Wands is connected. Moon in Sagittarius, number 9. You've had the Nine of Wands reversed twice so far in this reading. You endure strong opposition, which seems unfair. You put in hard work, but receive little thanks in return. You give your all, but it still doesn't seem to be enough. So you may be at the mercy of an unreasonable boss or demanding children, friends, or clients, significant others, in-laws, etc., etc. They can go crazy. It's a very demotivating situation. So you become fixated on getting through the tasks without enjoying the aspects of your work that used to be satisfying. Equally, you could be the one who is obstinate and inflexible in your attitude. The reverse card can also show issues with boundaries. So, yeah, there isn't like that deep passion for anything really anymore, and you don't know why. The universe is offering this doorway as towards why, and you just have to be the one to see it. Don't go looking for it, just be the one to see it. If you go looking for it, it's going to be invisible. You're not going to find it because you'll be looking for something that your ego wants, that you want, when it's your higher self gifting you stuff. And it knows what you need and what you will want. That's the beauty of this game of faith. You know what you will want. What you need to do is be happy with what you have now. Be satisfied with what you're doing now, creating now. Because what's being presented to you stems from that gratefulness, that now, that present that's been gifted to you this whole time. What kind of devils are showing up here for our Sagittarius? Page of Pentacles. Lots of heavy pentacle energy. Every time a pentacle pops up for you, Sagittarius, I'm just like, feel that card. Overwhelming amount. There's this energy of like immaturity with greed to be aware of. Demons creeping in the night into you, so to say. Energies that could be acting from. Page of Pentacles and its negative connotation and its negative polarity. Just don't be too stingy. Charity is great. Unconditional giving is great. They're very beneficial tools to cultivate and harbor and actually find fulfillment in. Queen of Wands. This energy of falling in too deeply on one aspect, focusing in on something that isn't it, but the loudest one that speaks to you. Like, you're like, oh, this must be it, I'm going to do it. Well, you know, if you're not called to stick to one thing, then don't stick to one thing. If you're being called, if you're not called to stick to many things, and you know, it's very situational for your own story. You know, you resonate with it how you like, but and then the devil. Addictions, vices, manipulations, negative patterns and habits, things that grip us in our root chakra, things that keep us limited to the third dimension. Be wary of these. Even depending on where you're at within your belief evolution, eating meat, wearing polyester, staying up too late, having those negative thoughts, asking those mundane questions, even though you're allowed to ask them questions, it's like you're still wasting your time. You kind of don't want to be wasting your time anymore. You're kind of over wasting your time. You really want to start living, because it's time to start living. So we need to be very grateful about what we have, what we cultivate. We need to take our time to find the thing that opens our heart up. Find the thing that gets us out of this Pentacles energy back into abundant well-being and cups energy. We want more cups. The energy is opening up for this new moon in Aquarius, or would be perfect for the Sagittarian collective to kind of manifest a more cup-esque energy into your experience. Something more emotionally fulfilling, something more grounding to your own well-being, something more catering to your own well-being, something more cultivating to your own well-being, and your sense of fulfillment via that. Very interesting. Super short, super sweet, and to the point. Spirit's just letting us fly right through this. I think Sagittarius likes that. I think that Sagittarius really just enjoys effective and efficiency. They respect it. I feel like a Sagittarius can get the objective understood, relayed to whoever they need to, and without having to do all of the thinking and figuring it out on their own, I think Sagittarius is a happy camper. Death and rebirth reversed. I feel like this ain't your first rodeo, too, around this realm of awareness. I just am not sure if you've been able to verbalize, to comprehend it. I feel like you have some wisdom under your belt that you're going to learn what words to put to an experience like that again here soon. You're going to kind of start to see that everything you've been experiencing really is valid and really does have a form and an understanding and a developmental search towards like anytime I want to know anything, I just type in whatever, and then I write spiritual meaning at the end of it, and it just gives me exactly what I'm interested in. You know, I think you're going to kind of find your own niche as well once you accept this death and rebirth process that happens to us all. And I think you're aware of it happening to us all. I just don't think you've ever heard anybody call it a death and rebirth process, and you're like, damn, it kind of makes a lot of sense. Oh, that's what everyone's talking about. Oh, and then you step into this more awakening. Sagittarius, we're pretty complete with this here. That was just very direct, clean cut to the point. I feel like you would be well with some personal introspective thinking time to just sit in silence and reflect, like turn the TV off in the background even, kind of thing, and just as a fire sign, just really practice air elements and just be, and really enjoy just being. It'll fuel your fire to sit and be for a little bit. And sit in your imagination again. That's where a lot of this fulfillment can come from. Your own imagination. That's what fuels you. Sagittarius, you're allowed to love yourself, and you do. I think you absolutely love yourself, and I think that you've felt a little disconnected lately because you've been so distracted with all the other stuff happening around you, that now that it's not really taking as big of an effect on you as it once had in the past, it's just not as rewarding, whatever's going on. The universe opens up a new opportunity for this rewarding to come to fruition, and it will start within your imagination. I feel like you'll just come up with a brilliant idea for yourself. It might not be the brilliant idea that everybody needs, but for you, you'll be like, I like that, let's do that. That sounds great. I haven't even felt like that feels great in so long. Let's do that. And then you'll do it. And you'll love it if you so choose these energies. So, we're complete. Sagittarius, these are the energies I have for you if you so choose to accept them. We're going to take a deep breath. I'm going to disconnect. We can lock in those energies, hold them at the top, and I'll send you some distant love and light energies as we exhale. We'll be on our merry, merry way. So take a deep breath with me if you would. Sagittarius, happy new moon in Aquarius. I hope this message finds you well. I hope you're doing well. And we are complete. Thank you for receiving me. And until next time, much love.